How's it, my fellow collectors of all things collectible? Welcome to another edition of Figure This, Figure That, the Don's Figure Chat. Today we're doing quite an unusual one. It's a third-party figure made by Premier Toys. It's Mad Max, although they've called him the Wasteland Gladiator. And right out the bat, you notice something funny about him, but I'll explain that just now. For now, we'll just go over him and his suit, his outfit, with his gimpy leg, the boot knife, and of course, his faithful companion, McMutt. You see him feeding him at the beginning of the movie, when he's looking through binoculars at the gasoline compound. So I think this is from the second one. He's got his shifting wrench attached to his jacket, his binoculars in his hand. What do you think? Do you see Mel Gibson? I do a bit, from when he was younger. Some angles you look at him and it's him, and some he doesn't look like him at all. It looks like Sean Penn's brother, Christopher Penn. The gloves are molded to the hand, so it's one mold, they don't come off. Comes with a boot sheath for the knife made out of pleather. Here's the box. There's the Premier Toys logo up the top there. Now, I don't know if this is the same company as Present Toys, who did Django. I'm not too sure, but there it is. It's not bad. Comes with a shipper as well, believe it or not. Plastic inserts on the inside. So your normal run-of-the-mill box. Now, I don't know if that picture there is of the figure Mel Gibson, or they've actually taken it from a movie or something, because it doesn't really gel with what you got there. I don't know, maybe it does. Maybe the stubble would have been nice, because he looks a bit baby-faced, don't you think? Okay, we come down. He comes with 3 extra hands, a hatchet and knife holding hand, an expressive hand or a hand for holding the binoculars, a trigger hand. He comes with this dope hatchet. I like the hatchet. And he comes with a spanner, and I haven't got a clue what it's for. Is it to do with a car? Is it to do with his brace on his leg? I don't know. And for once, you get a third-party figure with a stand, a crutch grabber. There's not a bad decal on it. It's the same as the one on the box, except there's no red. And yeah, the hound, McMutt, is actually lopsided. So you can't really see it here, but when you stand him flat next to Mad Max, it's actually better to have something under this lead leg. Where's my finger? This lead leg, yeah. Otherwise, he looks lopsided. But still, it's nice, eh? It's a nice hound. And it goes well with the figure. Okay, back to the figure in hand. So it's all pleather, the whole outfit. As I say, the hands are molded like that. They're not real gloves. He's got the shoulder plate. I think, if I remember correctly, the red tie on there, the red is from his wife, from the accident when they killed his wife. Comes with a sawn-off shotgun or a handheld shotgun, depends on how you want to call it, with 2 shells. He comes with a boot knife, which is quite a nice knife, plastic, but still it's quite nice. It looks good in his hand. Obviously the brace is attached when he comes. And these straps, they look like they're going to be a mission. Just taking him out the box and bending him here, 2 of the straps came undone from the buckles because they're not in there all the way. And so be careful that when you pull him out, make sure you tighten all the straps before you start posing him, otherwise it's a fiddle. It's not hectic, but it's a fiddle. Boots is one piece, so you don't get no articulation there. The knees, I'm not too sure. Because of the gimpy leg, I haven't bent them to check if they've got single or double bend. You get some movement in the hip. You've got waist movement left and right, and you've also got upper torso movement. But now the funny thing is, this arm is single bend. You can't get it like that arm to look through the binoculars. So that hand, that arm there goes all the way up to the face. I just thought I'd put it that side so you could see the face. And these silver highlights, those silver grey pieces came once they killed his wife, with stress and shock and the whole move. So yeah, I don't know what you think. To me, it just looks a bit too baby-faced. And he's got a waist most chicks would die for. Look how thin his waist is. But overall, as an overall piece, he actually doesn't look too bad, eh? You know, for a third-party figure, that's not too bad at all. I'm going to be putting mine up for sale because I'd rather have a Wasteland, was it Wasteland Ranger from VTS, the Tom Hardy one, or the Art Figures Crazy Razor with the 11 head sculpt of Tom Hardy. So I'm on the fence with this one. I'm not too sure. I suppose time will tell as I move him through the review, because he's brand new. I've just got him now today, so I've only taken him out just to do the review of him. And yeah, he's growing on me. He's growing on me. Only comes with the wrist pegs that he's got. I think it would have been nice if they put extra in. It's those thin shaft wrist pegs, and they're notorious for breaking in the arm. And the actual ball joint on those ones, it's only a like push in. It's not engineered to stay in a ball joint. How do I know so much about these wrist pegs? Because I've had quite a few third-party toys. Some of us are not, well, I don't work. So I'm not going to say rich enough or poor enough, but I don't work. So Hot Toys, especially the new ones of today, are way out of my league. So I'm quite happy to collect third-party figures. Some of them are dope. Look at Ghost of Terashima. Look at Lim Toy's Gunslinger. Really nice. But you do take a chance, like with Hot Toys and the made names. You know you're getting what you ordered. Not necessarily the same as the prototype photos, but you get what you ordered. And most of it is quality. I'll only know the nitpicks of this one once I start moving through the poses with him. I'm not going to do too much with him because he's very fragile. He feels fragile in your hand, you know. But the leg moves like a gimpy leg. Now, I've got a gimpy leg. I got hit by a car. I've got 2 gimpy legs. So I know what a stance looks like with a gimpy leg. And I don't know if you can see it on this video, but the whole leg stands. It's like straight. Can you see it there? It's straight compared to the other one. And that's because of the brace, keeping it in a straight position. Obviously, that's what the brace is for. So, yeah. There's my expert knowledge on the gimpy leg. There's an upper boom shot. That guy on that gyroscope would be seen. or what are they called, micro flights, or the tall guy that hovers over him, that he captures, that puts the snakes on his flying machine, and Mad Max bumps him off. He's looking for petrol, and the guy who owns it jumps out from a hole in the sand, and Mad Max captures him. And yeah, he's quite entertaining. He appears in Mad Max and the Thunderdome as well. He appears in that towards the end, him and his son this time. But on a whole, he's all right, eh? He's all right. I could see him in my shelves, in my display unit. You know, as long as you just keep him in a museum pose, don't do too much with him, because as I say, he is fragile, eh? Okay, so he comes with the binoculars, with a pleather strap. It comes with a handheld shotgun with 2 shells. The wrench is attached to the suit, so it comes with. It comes with the hound, McMutt. He gets a boot knife, which is actually quite nice, eh? When you get it out of there, it's quite nice. Hands, he only comes with the 3, and they're all right hands, no gloved hands. I don't know if he would take his gloves off to shoot or hold the knife, but they think he does. His hatchet, let me pull that out the way so you can see it properly. The hatchet's quite nice. It's got a false edge on it, and it's got like a ice pick at the end. And they'll say that spanner, I wouldn't have a clue what that's for. I think it's something to do with his car. Maybe you need that to drive it. Maybe that's the gear shift, or I don't know. He comes with a crutch grabber with a nice decal on. Wasteland Gladiator. Art box. You could display that art box in your shelf behind your Mad Max figure. That's not bad looking or anything. And the red actually catches your eye, you know. So that's maybe, you know, you could have it behind him or side by side, depending on how much space you got. Because remember, you got to fit McMutt in as well. And believe it or not, he takes up a lot of space when you're trying to pose him, that he looks okay. Almost like you're trying to pose a figure, you know, getting the line. Might have been nice if they gave us removable heads and we could change the head to a snarly head. Yeah, the braces, it's nice. It's actually well done. It's not too bad at all. It's just those straps I'm scared of. It goes all the way down. It's like a stirrup under his boot. And you can see the knife a little bit better. And yeah, for those that are getting this in a hot climate, I'd say 303 wipe everything as you get him, because I can see this pleather deteriorating. Right then, let's get into the next pose. So I'll leave you here, boys and girls. Look into my eyes, look into my eyes. And I'll see yous on the flip. Okay, boys and girls, that's me back with the mutt in the picture and Mad Max himself. He's in a casual knife fighting pose. There you can see where that arm bends at the elbow so much more than this one. There you can see the knife. It's really nice. Okay, it's made out of plastic, but it's still nice. Looks like it's supposed to be. The joints at the shoulder are loose, but still hold a pose. You've just got to push them in a bit. And that's brand new, straight out the box. You come down, let's come out a bit. I've got the brace leg bent, but as you can see, there's no way to make the feet flat because it's the one-piece boot. So that one is standing on his toes and this one is standing on his heel. I don't know if you can see that there. No, you can't. McMutt is back in the picture. He's looking on intently. That's what I'm saying. If they could have given us a snarly face, he could have joined the fray. If you look around the back there, he's got some pleather pouches on his belt. I've put the hatchet in the holster hoop where the belt fits through. Good idea? I don't know. It's the same as this monkey wrench. If you're in a fight, you wouldn't want that thing bouncing around, hitting you on the knuckles, maybe hitting you in the eye. You know, it would just, yeah, you tie down shit like that, especially if you're going to get in a fight. I still see Mel. I see Mel Gibson. Especially the hair. I think they could have just gone with a bit more rougher look, you know? Like a full-on 5 o'clock shadow, not the faint impression you see there. I think that would have made for a more grisly Mad Max. It's got that same old problem of the eyes don't seem to be able to focus. You know, when you want to look him in the eye. There's a single bend elbow. The body's made of hard plastic. The pleather is quite soft and pliable. The boots are quite soft and pliable, but still no articulation. So once you bend the legs, you can bend the body to suit the line. As I was saying earlier, you can turn him at the waist, left and right, actually a bit too much, so you got to be careful of that it doesn't look silly in the pose. And you can also straighten the upper torso, so he stands straight with a line, if you know what I mean. Because when I first bent the legs and put him on the crotch grabber, the body was leaning over to the right towards the gloved hand. So I was able to pick it up and position it properly. Let's just see if this works. I've just been told by Cranky Collector, I've often wondered what this white circle in the back, in the corner was. And now I know, it's for taking photos on the go. So I've been taking a couple of snaps there. I'll get better at it, obviously. There he is from the top. As I say, he's actually not a bad figure. He looks good in a pose. It's just the old third-party cheapness of parts and accessories. Like this pleather holster. If you can see, I've got it but reversed, because I was thinking that that pouch there would fit the trigger guard. But it doesn't. And if you put it in the other way, it looks stupid. So I gather it's this way. Mwata had a good point, that because it's such a long draw, you know, when you're pulling it out the holster, you would do it with the opposite side arm. So it makes sense that the handle, or the butt I should say, is pointing in the right direction. So yeah, that made sense. That made sense to me. As I say, the gloved hands are molded. You can't take the glove off. And I still don't know why they did a double bend elbow one side and a single bend this side. Yeah, maybe they've run out of money for the stock and dies, you know. I haven't had the jacket off. I haven't even attempted the zip, because you know what it's like, especially if you're putting a figure straight up for sale. You start playing and doing this and doing that, and then that breaks, this breaks, and all of a sudden you're stuck with a figure you didn't really want because it's all broke, or this is pulled away, or that's pulled away. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing any excessive posing with him. I'm just going to try and keep it simple. But he does look, he looks the part, doesn't he? He definitely looks the part. I think so, anyway. You could have him in your display like that. Although, I don't know about the shoulder, the elbow on the other side, with the creases in the pleather folded like that, it might do damage after a while. Into a bit of a madness in his eyes. Madness in his eyes. So this is when that group of dudes are camped outside the gasoline compound trying to get in to get the gasoline. And one of the dude looks like Bane, the leader. He's got a metal helmet on. Big, frisk dude, full of muscles. He's got a dope car. His car looks brilliant, eh? Just as good as Mad Max's. I think Mad Max drives a Charger, eh? It's a Charger what he drives. My favourite muscle car is the Impala. I've seen one souped up, just a paint job, leather interior, and the Edelbrock motor on Fast and Loud. And yeah, I've been in love with the Impala ever since. I've seen Chip Foose do one as well in overhauling. Really, really nice car. Air suspension, the whole move. But I mean, Chargers are iconic, you know. Iconic muscle car. Or the Ford Fastback, what Steve McQueen drives in Bullet. I've just seen my mate that was in the Marines with me. He's just bought a yellow Bumblebee color Ford Mustang 5 litre. And he had photos of it yesterday on Facebook. Ooh, 5 litre. Okay, it's enough drivel for me. Maybe now you can see the edge on the hatchet. You can see that he's used rocks or whatever to sharpen it, because he obviously hasn't got a hone stone or a Langsky kit. Bet you don't know what a Langsky kit is. It's only us in the know, us knife collectors. I wish I still had my sword canes and that, so I could show yous. If you're interested, look up Burger Knives. They're in Durban, South Africa. It's run by a father and 2 sons. All 3 are part of the Knife Makers Guild of South Africa, which is a very hard guild to get into. And they make some spectacular sword canes. Damascus with silver tops, and oh, I had them all. But sadly, when I came here, I was always scared in case I got broken into and there was an influx of knives and shit onto the market. And you know, in Scotland, knives are a big no-no, eh? Big no-no. First offence, you're locked up if you're caught carrying a knife. At one stage, I was walking around with a sword cane. I had it measured to suit me, you know, for my legs. So they're full on custom, they're really nice. But again, back to the figure at hand. Let's see if we can get a bit of a low down swoop shot. There we go. There we go. So if you lying on the ground, you've just been stabbed in the neck, and he's off fighting your other mate, that's the view you would see. So from a downward swoop into an upward swoop, and I'll say, I'll see yous Right, so that's me, got him in the hatchet fighting pose. So all I've done is swiveled the upper body around so it's facing the other direction, unbent this full leather arm and raised up the hatchet arm, swapped it out for the knife. And he still looks quite impressive. He still looks the part. There he is in all his glory. So now maybe we can see the brace a bit better. It's not bad, eh? It's actually quite good workmanship. As I say, it's got a stirrup under the heel, in between the heel and the flat part of his foot. It's got a metal band there around the boot. It comes up, it bends at the knee, and it's got two leather straps at the top. As I say, just be careful with the leather straps on the holster and the leather straps on this. They pull apart at the buckle very easy. It's nothing to thread them back, but it's a bit of a pain in the arse. It's happened to me once so far, just on the brace. No, twice actually, because it happened once on the holster. But there you have him. So to get the arm raised, the one with the hatchet, I had to push it into the shoulder. For some reason, the joints at the shoulder are loose. So I don't think present toys have used the best body for this. Well, in fact, I know they haven't. And I'd put him in the pose using that other spanner, but as I say, I haven't got a clue what the fucking spanner's for. Excuse the language, that slipped out there. I'm just trying to get McMutt in the picture. So I've got to come out a bit. There he is. There's McMutt. He's doing his business down below. Let's see if we can get... Now you can see there, I haven't got the line perfect. Can you see? The shoulder should be flowing, the arm should be in line with the shoulder, and he should be turned. But I don't want to push this figure too much, because it's, as I say, it's not the best of bodies. The head, when I first pulled it out, wouldn't lift up. It would only look down. So you literally have to not pull it off, but almost, so you can start accessing range of movement. But now it's fine. Now it's cool. I mean, it's not off the neck peg or too high on the neck or nothing. I think it was just the way it was packed. As I say, I haven't tried that zip yet. I'm a bit nervous to try that. I'm going to advise anyone that's getting this figure, I'd say 303 wipe this pleather like no tomorrow. Give it a full coat when you first get it. Give it another coat 3 months from now. I mean, it's only wipes. It's not as if you paint it on with a brush, you know. Just wipe it just to keep it fresh and supple. And it doesn't start deteriorating as quickly as what some of the other pleathers have. Oh. As I say, all in all, not a bad looking piece, eh? I mean, can you see it's Mad Max? Would you walk in a display and say, oh, I see you got Mad Max there? I think I would. But I'm quite into movies. I don't know if people who are not into movies would see him. I'd recognize the outfit, first of all, especially the gimpy leg. And the hound, McMutt. Here he is. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. McMutt. McMutt. That's my dog talking voice. Looks a bit sad, doesn't he? And old. He looks old. Looks like he's been through it, eh? The same as Mad Max. You can see there now where you can only put it on the heel. You can't put the boot flat. That's because it's a one piece and there's no articulation in the ankle. That one there at the back is on the toe. But you've still got the pose, and he's holding the pose. So you can't complain, really, you know. And I think you could have him like this in your display. There's no stress on any of the joints. There's no stress on any of the pleather. Except, I think, with full pleather like this, especially with the pleather trousers, I would put some foam inserts here in the crotch area between the crotch grabber metal piece and the actual outfit, because that's what damaged my boots on Selina Kyle. Even though it's finite rubbing, it still damages the pleather. And Selina Kyle, I seriously wiped from the beginning. I was so upset when I seen, I mean, her gauntlets and that are brand new. Just the boots went at the top, where they were touching the crotch grabber. So if you've got Selina on a crotch grabber and you're watching this, take her off. Take her off, eh? Stand her free, or get a better method of posing and holding her. Because honestly, you'll be upset. I was. Okay, so the last pose, we'll use the shotgun. Maybe get him in a bit of an action pose. As I say, I don't want to go too mad with this piece because he's very fragile and I've still got spinners to do. But for now, I'll leave you looking into the eyes of the handsome Mel Gibson, and I'll see you. Okay, so I managed to get him in his first action pose of the series. And I've got McMutt in there at the bottom. And I've got Mad Max in a semi-diving pose. He's got his shotgun in his hand. The knees are definitely single bend. You don't get much articulation out the knees, but it's to be expected with that brace on. The left arm seems to be highly articulated. The shoulder joint is stiff, the elbow's double jointed. Well, it feels double jointed compared to this one. This one's terrible, this elbow. That's the most you can get. So you got to play with the shoulder to get any better pose. There's his shotgun. You can see it. It keeps on coming open. So if you had him in a pose with a shotgun, you would have to keep your eye on it so it's not folding open the whole time. But he looks quite good. I must admit, I like him like this, in a jumping pose. He looks the shiznaz. So I think this one's going to be his first spinner attack in this pose. So, well, we'll change it up a bit, just to be different. I don't want to use the same pose. But as I say, it's a very delicate figure. Do 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 do. Mad Max is on the floor. Sorry, I won't do that again. You can see the light changing. That's more to do with me coming in at the studio to get better shots of him. I was telling you about that photo function, this white dot in the corner. I think on a tripod it would be very handy to use, but not when you've got a handheld gimbal. It's a bit of a mission to take your hand off and keep everything lacquer in shot to take a photo. They should have put it on the other corner. or change it for a right hand and a left hand, you know. I mean, it is an iPhone. It's got all the bells and whistles, so surely they could have done that. I don't know if the brace bends more than that. As I say, I'm not prepared to push it because this figure is fragile as hell, eh? Or fragile compared to other figures. You can still get some decent poses out of him. But I wouldn't be too rough with him or try and bend him to places he doesn't want to go, because I can see things coming apart quite easily. I just wish they'd kept the gloved hands for his action hands as well. Why, you know, would he stop in the middle of the fight and take his glove off? Like there you can see it's Mel. Maybe Mel Gibson as he starred in Apocalypse. Yes, I know he wasn't in Apocalypse. He was a director. It was a joke. It was a joke. There's a knife back in the boot sheath. McMutt is looking on interestedly to see who Mad Max is killing now. As I say, the dog's quite nice, eh? Dog's quite nice. I like him. They've used string. I don't know if you can see that there yet. They've used string there to tie on the boot knife, the sheath for the boot knife. That's a nice touch, eh? That's a nice touch. The 2 shotgun shells are in the gun. I don't know if they're supposed to go in there, but in mine they're in. And I've got a little plastic thing that I push them out with. Because you must always have a backup plan in case they're not supposed to be in there, and you can get them out. There's a nice shot there. Yeah, that's a lacquer shot, eh? Okay. Onwards and upwards. I think we've did all these weapons. We've did the hatchet. We've did the shotgun. We've did the boot knife. We've did a jump. We've did a stance. So now it's time for the spinners. So I'll leave you here. Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. And I'll see you on the flip.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad, chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back, I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me, ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact, give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad.
crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap, only got one, so you better. I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative, I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase a bag, I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. Slowing down, I'll give up everything. Daunting thought, if I could see my dreams, I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality. Don't let go, don't let go. I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality.
I just wanna find a way out, sick of the venom in my brain. Running from the past, wanna escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person, out of these chains. Always asking for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen no many ones that are so they get famous. And when I say the truth, famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, but on my downfall is toxic. Day one, started the outlaws for profit. Now all I do is write, there's no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted. Created a legacy off of me, just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's all to no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail.